Alright, let's be honest for a second. There's still this old idea floating around that sexiness only belongs to young women. That once a woman reaches a certain age, she's expected to tone everything down, disappear into the background, and start dressing by some unwritten age rules. But really, that thinking is not just outdated, it's completely wrong. In fact, plenty of research and honest conversations with men tell a different story. Older women don't lose their charm as they get older. If anything, they become even more interesting, with stronger self-confidence, life experience, and smarter fashion choices. They often carry a kind of presence that's impossible to overlook. And the fascinating part, it's not about chasing youth or trying to dress like a 20-year-old. It's about embracing who you are today, dressing with purpose and knowing what actually gets a man's attention and keeps it. So what really makes a man stop and take notice of a woman's presence? It's not just tight dresses or low necklines. It's a mix of smart wardrobe decisions, quiet psychological signals, and how these things show off a woman's confidence and individuality. This list breaks down what older women often wear that men find deeply attractive, sometimes more than they admit. And some of these might honestly surprise you. Let's start with something classic that people often overlook. A great pair of well-fitted jeans. We're not talking about tight, low-rise jeans made for teenagers. We mean denim that hugs your body in just the right way. Jeans that fit perfectly and show off your shape in a natural, effortlessly sexy way. A study from the Journal of Fashion Marketing and Management found that what men notice most in a woman's clothing isn't the brand or the cost. It's the fit. Men repeatedly rated women in clothes that fit them well as more attractive, no matter what the clothing item was. And with denim, the effect is even stronger. A good, high-waisted pair of jeans that hugs your hips just right doesn't scream for attention. It quietly says confidence, comfort, and control. In a UK survey shared by the Daily Mail, 74% of men said that a woman in jeans and a simple top looked more attractive than someone dressed up too much for a casual day out. It feels relatable, down to earth, and quietly sexy. Now, if this feels familiar, and you've ever wondered why did he suddenly pull away when everything seemed fine, we've got something that can help. It's called the 7-Step Male Mind Decoder. It gives you real, practical insight into what's going on in a man's mind, even when he's not saying anything. You'll learn how to read his actions, recognize real commitment, and stop overthinking. It's totally free, and the link is in the description. Now let's talk about something simple but surprisingly powerful, the clean white shirt. There's something timeless about a crisp white button down. It's sharp but still soft, tailored but still feminine. It draws attention to your neckline, gives a hint of your shape without revealing too much, and goes well with jeans, leather, or dressy pants. When men are asked what outfits catch their eye, this one comes up a lot. It doesn't beg for attention, it gives off calm confidence. In a lifestyle survey by the Huffington Post, men were shown different outfits and asked to rate them. The top-rated casual look? A white shirt with jeans. The message was clear: confidence, simplicity, elegance. And here's the secret: it's the contrast. A clean shirt with 1 or 2 buttons undone feels polished, but also warm. That's when a man does a double take. It's not loud, but it's unforgettable. Now let's talk shoes. Forget those 6-inch heels from your 20s. Today's version of sexy isn't about struggling to walk. According to a survey in Psychology Today, most men said the most attractive heel height for women over 40 was between 2 and 3 inches. Why? Because it's confident, graceful, and still feminine, without trying too hard. A low to mid heel makes your legs look longer, helps your posture, and gives you a natural, smooth walk. Men pick up on that instantly. It says elegance. It says presence. A woman who walks into a room in shoes that lift her up, not just physically but emotionally, grabs attention. She doesn't look like she's fighting to stay balanced. She looks like she owns the ground she walks on. That's the difference between dressing for approval and dressing with confidence. Another thing that always stands out is timeless accessories. Think of a bold necklace, a beautiful pair of earrings, or a silk scarf, loosely wrapped at the neck or hanging over your shoulders. These aren't just extra decorations, they do real work. They pull attention upward, brighten your features, and show style. And surprisingly, men often notice and remember these small details more than you think. It's the thoughtfulness, the care, the quiet confidence that says, I know who I am, and I choose what I wear with purpose. And yes, the black dress is still a favorite, but today's sexy version isn't all about being tight or revealing. It's about the cut, the fabric, and how it moves. A black dress that flows just right, that fits your shape without clinging too much, creates mystery. It doesn't shout, it invites. Men describe this look as timeless, classy, and very appealing. Especially when it's paired with soft makeup and simple jewelry. It sparks the imagination. And speaking of imagination, don't ignore the power of fabric. Cashmere, silk, and soft cotton, these materials make a big difference. Men might not always know the names, but they notice how fabric moves, how it reflects light, and how it brushes the skin. A silk blouse or soft sweater can be sensual without being flashy. It's not just about how it looks, it's about how you feel in it. And when you feel calm, strong, and beautiful, that's what he feels too. Color matters more than people think. Sure, black and white are timeless, but bold reds, deep jewel tones, or even soft earth colors that match your skin tone, they can light you up. They add warmth, power, and energy. Red especially is known to trigger deep attraction in men. Studies show red is linked with passion and strength. And it doesn't have to be a bright red dress. It could be red lipstick, a scarf, or even burgundy shoes. The message is gentle, but it's clear. I know the effect I have. In the end, the sexiest thing an older woman can wear isn't just one outfit. It's the energy she brings when she dresses in a way that feels true to who she is. It's the way she enters a room without asking for approval. It's how she gets ready not to impress others, but to celebrate herself. And yes, men see that. They feel it. So if you've ever wondered if men still notice you as you get older, the answer is absolutely yes, probably more than you realize. But it's not just the clothes, it's the woman wearing them. It's the message you send with every look, every step, every detail. You don't need to dress younger, you just need to dress like the most confident, glowing version of the woman you already are. And that's something no number can define. It gives off confidence, and men can sense that right away. Number 6, silk or satin tops. There's something truly attractive about texture, even if men can't always explain why. In a study published in the Consumer Research Journal, men were asked to rate different fabrics by how inviting and attractive they felt. Silk and satin came out on top. Why? Because they're soft. They catch the light, and they move with your body in a way that feels elegant, intimate, and sensual without being too obvious. Silk has a quiet charm. It doesn't scream, it whispers. And that whisper can often be more powerful. For women over 40, a silk blouse sends a clear message of self-worth and elegance. It shows you care about how you present yourself, not to impress anyone else, but because it reflects how you feel inside. Whether you wear it with classic jeans, high-waisted pants, or a pencil skirt, a silk or satin blouse creates a look that's graceful and quietly eye-catching. It's the kind of outfit that can make someone pause mid-sentence just to admire how you move. Number 7, pencil skirts. They shape your figure beautifully without being too tight, and they manage to be classy while still giving off a touch of sensual charm. Pencil skirts have been praised in research about clothing and attraction, and they continue to be a favorite. Why? Because they highlight the natural waist-to-hip curve, something men are naturally drawn to, as it hints at health and vitality. A study from New York University about clothing shapes found pencil skirts came in second only to fitted jeans as the most appealing lower body outfit for women over 40. And here's why that's important. Pencil skirts send a strong message. They show that a woman doesn't need to reveal everything to get attention. She can wear something polished, elegant, and modest, and still look incredibly attractive. That quiet confidence, the gentle outline of curves under the fabric, the soft movement when she walks. It's captivating. It's not about trying too hard. It's about showing that true appeal comes from how you carry yourself, not how much skin you show. These seemingly simple clothing choices aren't really about the pieces themselves. They're about how those clothes make you feel. A moderate heel lifts your posture and adds grace. A leather jacket brings boldness and a bit of edge. A red top or dress grabs attention. Silk and satin speak through touch and closeness. And a pencil skirt quietly proves that elegance and sensuality can go hand in hand. What pulls men in isn't the piece of clothing, it's how you wear it and how it makes you feel. The confidence, the calm, the effortless grace. A woman who dresses with purpose doesn't need anyone's approval. She chooses what makes her feel beautiful, strong, and fully herself. That calm yet magnetic presence is what catches a man's attention and keeps it. She's not chasing the spotlight. She already has it by just walking into the room. That's the true key. Not dressing to impress a man, but dressing in a way that shows your self-worth, your story, and your standards. And when you do that, you become impossible to forget. The right shape or cut of a garment does most of the work for you. Whether it's paired with a crisp blouse, a soft silk cami, or a sharp leather jacket, it becomes a bold, empowering choice in any mature woman's closet. It's a simple but strong statement. It says, I know myself and I don't have anything to prove. That kind of energy turns heads before you even speak. The truth is, great style isn't about staying on trend. It's not about trying to look young or copying what younger women are doing. It's about letting your clothes show your essence, your wisdom, your spirit. That's what real fashion is. It's telling your story without saying a word. When you wear something that fits you well, that hugs you in the right places, flows where needed, and supports you where it counts, it feels like stepping into your strength. You feel different right away. You stand taller, you smile more naturally, you feel relaxed in your own body. Others sense it, even if they don't know why. It's not just how the fabric feels on your skin, it's what it does to your inner self, how it matches your mood and reminds you of your value. Then there's the magic of jewelry, but only when it's used wisely. It's not about loading up with shiny accessories or flashy, oversized pieces that beg for attention. The right jewelry doesn't steal the spotlight, it shares it. It adds charm without overpowering you. A well-known Esquire magazine survey found most men prefer women who wear just one or two meaningful, well-chosen pieces. Why? Because it quietly shows taste, intention, and self-awareness. It shows you know when enough is just right. Picture a lovely pair of drop earrings catching the light during a talk, or a delicate necklace resting on your collarbone, pulling attention without trying. Or maybe a strong, stylish bracelet that turns a basic outfit into something unforgettable. These aren't just pretty extras. They're part of your story. They reflect your values, your past, your personality. They show you're thoughtful and grounded. Jewelry, when worn by a confident woman, sends a message. It says you're not chasing every new fashion, you're choosing what feels true to you. In fact, a 2012 study by French researchers Gajan and Lamy found that women wearing subtle, tasteful jewelry were more likely to be approached in social settings than those who wore none at all. That little detail speaks volumes about the silent signals we give off when we dress with self-acknowledge. People often say beauty fades with age, but I don't believe that. What fades is trendy beauty. Surface-level charm may shift, but deep, radiant, soul-level beauty, that kind grows with time. It lives in how a woman moves, in her smile, her eye contact, the way she listens, the way she enters a room with ease. That kind of beauty doesn't beg for attention. It doesn't explain itself. It simply exists. So let's be real, the conversation was never really about age. It's always been about self-belief, presence, and how we express that through our choices, our energy, and yes, our clothing.